Hello and welcome back to Tarot Pal if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll never get tired of hearing thank yous, I hope, because these thank yous will never stop coming. We have grown, at least as per my definition, at crazy speed. I know there are people who are doing better work. I don't care to compare. I'm extremely happy with how we are going at Tarot Pal. We're 2 months old, and welcome if you've just found me on YouTube through an algorithm or on Instagram and that's how you came to YouTube. Welcome to my new everyday blooming, everyday growing Tarot Pal family. Today we're doing a very quick, simple reading. We're going to look at the next 72 hours for you. The first 5 people to comment on this video will get an additional personal message. You can cheat right now and just write a comment, or you can wait and hear your message. If you like the video, subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment, which pile did you pick, and I will reply with a personal additional message for you. Since it's a personal reading and a general reading for a lot of people, it is possible that you feel drawn to more than one charm. I have 5 charms here, right? Feel free to pick more than one. I have personally picked 3 for myself. I never see the cards before I come to this reading, of course. I've never asked you guys if you want to see shuffling on camera. Personally, when I am watching tarot readings of other readers, I find it very boring and I always skip it over. And come on, it's an internet portal, so you got to trust me enough that, what's the point of, why would I even cheat on this, okay? I'm not getting anything anyway. So, yeah. If you want me to do shuffling, do write down in comments below. If I see enough number of comments saying that yes, you'd like me to you'd like me to shuffle cards, I'll be happy to do so. 5 options for you today. We have Pearl. Woo-woo-woo. This is why I've kept it right in front of it and I've not shown you the cards, yeah? Because these charms are small. That's option 1. I hope the camera focuses. Is it focusing? Okay, that's the best I could do. Okay, that's 1. That's your charm 2. And there is an August monthly reading already posted on the account. You will find all the details in the description box below. That's option 3, spell jar. Option 4. Wow, the things are so small, it's difficult to focus. And I'm sorry, with my poor editing skills, I don't think I'll be able to make it any better either. That's your 4th option. And this is option 4, the one-eared kitty. Pick your pile and I'll see you in your pile option. Welcome to everybody who's picked this beautiful little pearl. Okay, if you've missed and skipped the intro, we're going to, of course, look at what's the incoming energy for the next 72 hours. Have realistic expectation. You know personally where you stand. So, of course, this is a general guidance and we can win the world in 3 hours for sure. I believe it. You can win a lottery in 1 day. I believe it. But all of that to happen, you need to be in the emotional, spiritual alignment with those vibrational frequencies for such drastic change to be coming in for you. So, whatever I tell you for the next 72 hours, apply it in a realistic form in your situation that it applies to, and try to take the guidance of it. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Since we typically don't do shuffling on camera, I thought I'll pull out an oracle card for you on screen. Feel free to ask a yes or no question. At the end of the read, we will look at that as well. So let's talk about what you've picked. First things first, since you've picked this beautiful little pearl, let's talk about the charm that you've picked. Pearl and Aquarius are very strongly linked. It's one of the strong gemstones for the zodiac of Aquarius. You may have that in your sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, Mars. It could be the most strongest planet for you. You might be somebody who's very strongly Saturn ruled. All of these things can apply. Or the energy of Aquarius, which of course continues to linger around. The full moon in Aquarius was last week. Those energies will merge with the new moon coming in Leo on 8/8, which is a special date, Lion's Gate date. We're going to do a reading on it. We'll talk extensively about why that's an important time frame. With you picking Pearl, the first message for you already is the full moon rituals, which I hope you did. If you haven't, go back to you'll find the reading in the description below, or you'll find it in my playlist. moon readings. Pick a pile and know which energy were you working with. If you haven't yet seen the full moon in Aquarius reading, the new moon which is coming in Leo, within this time frame, your energies have definitely are going to surely show up like that. I hope I could explain it to you. The pearl showing up here, the full moon was in Aquarius. Pearl is linked to Aquarius. I want you to go back, listen to the full moon in Aquarius reading, whichever pile you resonate with, and work on those rituals or those guidance. If you still haven't, make sure that you're working on it already. If there is a healing prescribed, if there is a particular chakra meditation that I've told you, start getting to it this weekend before the Lion's Gate happens. Okay, those energies are activated already from the full moon in Aquarius to the 8th month of August. 8th date of August, which is the 8th month, is a very auspicious date. Make the most of everything that happens within these 2 weeks. That is your first message. We'll look at your fortune cookies later. Let's look at the tarot first. Wow. I have Judgment. So all piles have one major arcana. Let me just set this up first. Then I have Hanged Man, Sun. I'm only reading uprights today, guys. So that's Hanged Man. Sun. I typically stick to uprights while I know reversals as well. I like to keep life simple with just great. I don't know why it shows so white. I'll try and see if this is better. Is this better? I hope you guys can see the cards slightly better now. Okay. What is coming for you in the next 72 hours? 3 major arcanas is the first thing I notice. Okay. I hope you notice that too. Wow, what an important weekend and what an important next 72 hours for you. These are, of course, timeless readings whenever you've come across it. I'm saying weekend because I'm shooting this on a Friday. Why is it important? With Judgment and Hangman, the first thing I want to tell you, and 7 of Cups, actually all 3 have a very similar message. Let's first talk about these 2. You have many options and there are many things, many plans, many ways to go about approaching something. Okay, at least in your mind, you think that there are many options, but somewhere there's still a confusion. This could apply towards a financial decision. This could apply to jobs. This could apply to relationships. There is a FOMO attack, fear of missing out opportunities attack happening in your mind right now. And somewhere there's a cloud, there's a fog. If you can see very clearly, there's a very strong fog, right? Something has a snake coming out of it. Something actually has flowers on it. Now, how does this person know which one to go with? Right? Make your own interpretations from every card always. Tarot is a tool of intuition for you, right? Whatever you catch the most from this reading, right? There's a devil there, there's a snake there. There are many different options and this person doesn't know what to go with. This brings me to your Hanged Man. All you need to do is shift your perspective. Okay, there's an enlightenment coming your way. There's a shift in perspective which is coming your way. This weekend, spend maximum time. For the next 72 hours, spend maximum time. Instead of mulling over the same options, the same conversations, the same dialogues you've already had which are not taking you anywhere. This could be emotional, financial, in any angle, right? Leave it. Sometimes when we are tossing and turning and churning it so much, nothing's coming out. You're being asked and you're getting stuck, right? You feel stuck. Nothing's moving, things are not going your way, you don't know how the next step is going to happen. That is the kind of energy that you currently are in. And over the next 72 hours, nothing is primarily shifting except your perspective, and that's what brings the joy. If you feel stuck, that stuck feeling will change when you can change your perspective at looking at things. How will that happen? Number 1, spend time in meditation. Number 2, journal. Number 3, reflection. Number 4, prayers. Next 72 hours, focus on these things. There might be a past opportunity which returns for many of you who's picked this file. In case there has been an injustice in the past and you await justice to be served for you, that is also coming your way. Your inner child is clearly asking to be heard right now. Maybe you're in that process or transition of making a decision, and there would be a sunshine, an angel figure that shows up for you with that childlike energy and that positivity and that joy. Could be a spiritually enlightened being who will help you shift this perspective. Take that knowledge, value that sense of judgment, and go ahead with it. If you do have somebody in your life you usually refer to when it comes to guidance, please listen as well. There's no point in asking for help if you don't follow the guidance that comes in, right? Those are your very clear messages. Any kind of a money issue that you're currently mulling over, if you just stop scratching on it so much, you're going like this. Like, oh, should I go here? No, I should go here. No, this. Okay, but what will happen? Now, what your mind is doing is you're going in circle, 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 circle. Stop. That's your message. Just stop. Do something else. Go play with your kids. Spend time outdoors. If it's too raining out there for you, spend a little time on your balcony listening to some nice music. Give your inner child this place to play. With this card showing up, this is the card of Leo. If you guys want some zodiacs or the zodiac energies I see, there's clearly Leo here with the sun card present. There's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. There is Virgo, also another energy very clearly present here. There is some sort of an enlightenment and shift that can come to you in the next 72 hours, which helps you get out of this stuck in FOMO and lost in delusional energy. Any of you who are fooling yourself in the matters of love, careful, because all you need is a shift of perspective, and then that judgment will be served. In case you're holding yourself back for any sort of a creative endeavor because you're scared of being judged, relax. Go ahead and do what you want to do. The world will always judge us. Always. Let's look at your fortune now, which we've already half turned. Romance and jealousy. Okay. Now this card, and this works out beautifully. Because there might be multiple love options for you, you can read the message, I hope. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets and plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and replenish. Make sure that this Saturday, this weekend, the next coming Tuesday, the next coming Saturday, the next coming Thursday, 3 great dates for protection magic spells. Typically, I would always recommend a Saturday for this. It's a Saturn day. Cleanse your house. Burn some sage. Okay, because you're attracting a lot of negative energy towards you. That's obvious. Okay, romance showing up with the sun explains that there is definitely in the next 72 hours. And please remember, romance doesn't always mean other people showing up for you. Sometimes we can just romance ourselves. Like I said, sit in the balcony, play your favorite music, watch rain, have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, what you like. This is romance. Romance life. You don't need a partner to have romance in life. Romance yourself, romance nature, romance life. The word romance in itself is just talking about that free-flowing, playful, happy energy. And with sun and romance, again, that message has been reiterated for you. Let us see what comes up for your oracle cards now. I hope you like these short readings. If you do, I'd love to do these 72 hours readings. Again, let me know in feedback below. Wow, you're good enough. I said now with the judgment. I sensed, and I said Virgo. Okay. If you have any kind of a mental block, what will people think? Am I going to be ridiculed? People will always ridicule you. Trust me. You don't do anything, you'll get ridiculed. So you might as well do something and get ridiculed, right? So don't hold yourself back. Remember to give that much due self-love. Romance yourself. Okay, romance yourself. That's a strong message. If you have a yes or no question, think about it. Take a few deep breaths. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. If the reading resonated, it helps me, changes the game, keeps me motivated. Wow, let the past go. I mean, look at the number of major arcanas you guys have got. A very eventful next 72 hours, I must say. And eventful doesn't always have to mean like you're winning a lottery or something drastically changing. Eventful could something be just a shift. Clearly, there's some sort of a spiritual alignment that is coming. A good news might show up at the end of 72 hours. I feel like in the next 72 hours, you're going to mull over something. You're going to have a shift of perspective. And then on the, 84th hour maybe, there is this sun showing up. I don't think this sun would feel in the next 72 hours. I feel this is how you're feeling right now, that you're stuck or something. And then there's that. If you were asking that yes or no question, the answer is a no, by the way. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, do subscribe. See you next time. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked this cute little charm, the Eiffel Tower. First, give me a minute to talk about your charm. Somebody from far might be traveling to you. You might be making travel plans. That's pretty obvious with this charm coming up. Love may be on your mind, but this may or may not be romantic love. Somehow, I don't know why this Typically, this charm does not mean children for me, but today, when I picked that charm, it made me think of children. So, children might be playing an important role in the next 72 hours for you. We'll first look at tarot and then we'll pull you more cards. There's a yes or no question at the end. And let's see what comes out. Perfect. Okay, we have this and every card has a wow. Okay, give me a minute. Let me just set this up. And we'll look at your fortune cookies in a while. We'll pull you up. In fact, you know what? For you, I want to pull this sooner. Okay. What do you need to release? I'll tell you what you need to release. You need to release this. Okay. Either this is currently happening or it's going to play out in the next 72 hours. I think for most of you, this energy has already started while you watch this reading. Or maybe right after you're done with this reading, you'll see this energy play out. There are a lot of petty battles happening around you guys, okay? This could be even you yourself. I'm always clear to call out that let's not be quick to think that it's always other people causing troubles in our life. 8 out of 10 times, we are the ones who are causing the trouble because we are giving attention to things that do not deserve our attention, because we are getting focused and dragged towards petty jealousy, petty battle and competition, okay? That energy is clearly very active right now or in the next 72 hours. You need to come to balance and you need to heal yourself from this negative energy. You might have to defend a project that you're already working on. There might be multiple suitors though, with so many people. Do you see the people? Romantically, also with the Ace of Cups showing up, you might have many guys, girls, whatever your romantic interest is, keen to be with you, and that is generating, most times we think that it must be so much fun to have many suitors like us and many people fighting for us. Wow, I was just turning that and it came back, turned out. Could be a message for you, but I'm not taking it. Believe in the impossible. Okay, moving on. It's not a very positive energy when we have too many people fighting for us. Okay, I know this Bollywood, Hollywood madness has made us think that, oh my God, how lucky is the man who has 16 women going mad about him. How lucky is the woman? She has like 6 men dying to marry her. She's not lucky. She just has a lot of energy battle in her life. Do you understand that? Right? Her beauty, her goodness, her or his, whatever they're trying to show in the movie, his money, his kindness has attracted so many people that now it has become too many cooks spoil the broth. Right? So it's not really a great, competition is not a positive word, right? Ambition is. Ambition sure is. Competition is not a very positive word, right? And hence we add the word healthy competition, because alone in itself, it's not a positive word. When you add the word healthy competition, then sure it becomes positive. So take yourself away, take your power back from anything wherein either you're competing, it's not worth it. Competition is never worth it. Compete with yourself. You don't have to do something to prove it to anybody, anything. Okay? Mindful of being out of balance because of ego battles. This could be playing out. I somehow feel this is more romantic than anything else. You're getting out of balance. What do I mean? There is an active energy and a passive energy in both of us. There's an active masculine and there's a passive feminine in both of us. And these are not gender. And repeatedly iterate that. This is the energy. When we are manifesting, we are in the active masculine side. When we are in the law of action, we are in the active masculine side. When you are nurturing yourself, when you are free flowing, when you are aware and you have faith and you're connected to the divine, when you're praying, when you're meditating, you are in divine feminine energy. I hope I could explain that. Feminine flows, feminine receives, feminine attracts. I hope YouTube allows that. The sperm doesn't swim to the, that one, right? The egg doesn't swim to the, I kind of completed it, but you get it, right? So there is a masculine energy which does things. There's a feminine energy which receives things. Do not take this under gender role. I'm trying my best to, highlight that part, right? All of us have both energies within us. Sometimes we act, sometimes we listen, sometimes we receive. You need to balance both of those. Either you are in that action zone and you're not working with universe. Many of us actually, we don't realize it. When we do too many manifestation rituals, we forget that the whole point of law of attraction is to also remember to surrender, right? Surrendering is the divine feminine. So this weekend, whether you're in the excess of masculine or in the excess of feminine inside, balance it. There is a love offer coming your way very soon. Okay, no, I should change that narrative. It's not a very soon. There is a love offer coming for you. Could be a Sagittarius, could be a Capricorn, could be a Leo, Aries, or I think I said all 3 fire signs, right? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Okay, I see earth and I see fire. And there is a new creative endeavor that you might also have to fight for, but make it happen, because it is your life purpose. It is your destiny unfolding. Okay, release any kind of a jealousy, any kind of a negative thinking, anything that you're, repeat loop on with. Careful of that. Careful of that energy, because otherwise I do see help coming your way. Younger people might actually be looking up to you as an inspiration in your life, okay? And you may or may not be aware about this, I feel. Let's look at your fortune cookies. If the messages so far has resonated with your current energy, don't forget to subscribe. Nature. Okay, this card is repeatedly coming back, guys. So in case you have not gone out for a long time, this makes me wonder, go listen to the August monthly reading. And I don't know why that message came, but if you've picked the pile which had the pile of travel, you know what I mean. So I just remembered that pile from here. Interact with nature, go outdoors, spend time with animals. You also could benefit a lot from spending time in near water bodies. Okay, if you could perhaps in the next 72 hours, go and spend some time near a lake, a river, a pond, a beach, if accessible, of course. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. As I said, let go of petty battles, petty enemies, petty fights. Reflect and make sure, please, I'm not saying it is other people. 8 out of 10 times, whenever the 5 of Wands shows up, at least in my readings, I know it is the person for whom the card has shown up is perhaps fueling the drama. Sometimes we fall in love with the drama. So, and it is the Leo season. So careful that you're not fueling drama. Okay, that is what you need to release. A very clear message. This weekend, do some sort of a release ritual if you possibly can, if you're watching this while I'm shooting it. If you have a yes or no question in mind, take a few deep breaths, okay, and think about it. And we're going to look at your card. If the reading resonated, do subscribe. Oops, I have too many that fell, so we'll take one of these, okay? Inky Pinky Ponky, have you thought about your yes or no? Have you thought about your yes or no? Have you thought about your yes or no? I'm going to go with this one. That's a yes. Since I'm only taking upright cards today, that's a yes. Do you want to see, just for the fun of it, what the other 3 were? That's a no. That's a yes. And that's a yes. So we actually had 3 yeses and a no. So it's a yes, yes, yes. Whatever you'd ask for, it's a yes. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome back again to those of you who's picked this beautiful spell jar. We'll talk about your charm. We have fortune cards. We'll take out a moonology, oracle card while we go, and we'll do a yes or no at the end of the reading. If you haven't yet subscribed and you're a new a new viewer, please consider subscribing if the reading resonates. 72 hours, keep realistic expectations, and let's jump into what's coming up. So this is your major arcana. And before you freak out, that's one of my favorite cards of tarot, the Tower. Only good things happen when the Tower shows up. So relax in case you know a little bit about. Wow. Okay then. Pretty clear, straight message for you guys who's picked this. You're overworked. That's my first message for you. Everybody who's picked this pile, you're massively overworked. Do you see how drained this person is? He can't walk. He's tired. It's 9 and 10. But here is a message for you. If you're working on something for a long time, if you've been a part of an organization, if you've been working on a project, a relationship, and you see some growth happening, you see some sort of a blessed start coming your way, make sure that you rest, you don't quit. Okay, this is only for some work projects. For most of you, the message is rest, delegate, and if you're holding on to something that is draining your energy, whether you're ready for it or not, the Tower is here. Okay, the Tower always talks about the divine intervention, and the divine never makes flaw. There's no flaw in God's plan. That's a foolproof plan. We go by that. Okay, I mean, we can go on a long debate on that, but for now, God's plan is pretty foolproof. Okay, I want to see your oracle cards at the same time. I mean, such synchronicity. This is why I don't care to shuffle on camera, because look at this. You just saw it. Yeah? Conclusions are within reach. Something is coming to an end. Something is getting completed, broken down, and a conclusion, for good or for bad, is coming in your life within the next 72 hours, or at least you'll start seeing that cycle has started. Okay? The conclusion that you've been working so hard for is clearly coming. Okay, a lot of you might be actually getting some amazing job opportunities show up for you somewhere around the full moon of August, which is I think around the 22nd of August, if I'm not mistaken. Around the 22nd of August, some of you will get some sort of a, wow opportunity. Many of you have people who are spying you online. That's one message, okay? You might be eyeing someone, they might be eyeing you. That's what's happening. There might also be younger people who are very attracted to you. You may have many ideas show up for you and many concepts show up for you in the next 72 hours, which actually are pretty good ideas. Write them down. Don't start working on it then and there. List it, research it, understand it. Okay? Because whatever is on your mind right now, it has a potential to grow, but it's just not ready. Pages are never ready. Pages are just excited. Okay, any kind of an online business, an e-commerce site, an online opportunity, if you work in a space that includes online marketing, promotion, a great week for that. A great next 72 hours for this energy. Okay. Whenever the tower shows up for me, if you want to listen to some zodiac signs, of course, this is Scorpio. Then I have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a strong fire energy across piles today. Then there is the air energy with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini showing up for you guys as well. Any of you who's ever been interested in spell work or making spell jars, because you've picked the spell jar, this weekend, this next 72 hours would be a great time to at least go Google. I love to make you a video sometimes. There are many rituals around anxiety and depression. Okay, I don't know why I was very called to say. Some of you will pick this file who perhaps have massive anxiety issues. You get exhausted not because of the amount of physical labor you've done, but the amount of mental marathon your mind has ran throughout the day. Okay, there's a lot of excess of physical energy here. Okay, I'm going to turn the fortune. It's now, wow. Surprise and wisdom. Okay, this surprise is very obvious with tarot, with the tower, right? To focus, I've picked up wisdom, okay. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. The tower is usually a minute. Okay, do you see how synchronic everything is? I love the universe. I love spirit for how it comes out and literally drives a message home sometimes. Tower, whenever the tower falls, the tower crashes, it sometimes does not feel great because I didn't control it. I didn't ask for it. But don't you think this guy badly needs to throw down those 10 sticks because he can't put 1 foot ahead of the other? Right? So if the tower comes in and takes this away from him, he might initially feel, hey, I just walked 7 miles. Nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to walk 7 miles and you were just going to die of dehydration had the tower not come in. So something which will initially not feel like a great surprise will actually work out really well. Okay, that is an obvious message for you for the next 72 hours. If any of these things happen to you guys, of course, don't forget to come back, message, comment. We'll be all excited to hear because, of course, a reading is more fun when seen in the hindsight. Okay, I do that. I don't know whether you do that or not. I went back and I saw the July monthly. I went back and I saw the full moon in Aquarius. I went back, mine and other readers, not just mine, right? I actually found some resonance. I understood what happened, what didn't happen, what was for me, what was for not. Otherwise, we are just wasting hours and hours listening to things that we are not making sense with. And always remember, law of attraction only works with law of action. I can come here every day, tell you 3 times a day to meditate and your life will get better and 80% of your problems will be solved. But if you're not taking that action, honestly, you can continue to watch tarot readings, but what good is it? Right? So you have to help yourself and take that action is another message whenever these two come together. You fought a lot and it's been a difficult battle. You've been trying and you've been staying at your root. But remember, the difference between intelligence and wisdom is intelligence is just knowing something. Wisdom is applying it. Wisdom is learning from it. Wisdom is knowing when not to speak and when to speak, which is something the Page of Swords never knows. Right? Because it has so many ideas, it is so excited as an energy that it wants to talk, it wants to share, it wants to, So this next 72 hours, make sure that you are having conversations which are thought through. Right? That is wisdom. Also holding on to the past. With so many messages, if in case you've had a breakup, you recently had a breakup, or something has been mulling in your mind for a very long time, holding on to the past is what is holding you back. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Many of you who are watching this pile, I'm really called to tell you, I typically don't, if you're a regular here, I don't always say in every pile or rarely in any pile because I can't even remember sometimes. Book a reading, guys. This pile needs to book a personal reading. You can book it with somebody else whom you already work with or whom you already know. Or if you like my energy, you would like a reading, I'm of course giving 8% discounts until 8th of August, 8/8. Drop me an email. We'll be happy to connect. And I would love to do a reading for you. Okay, limited dates for August, by the way, guys. 31st July and 1st August is all booked. Thank you so much. This was a phenomenal response. Thank you for the amazing surveys received as well. And we have August 14th and 15th. So that's another weekend, which we, of course, can get together. And I'd love to know you one-on-one. If you have a yes or no question in your mind, let's move to that now. If the reading did resonate or if helped you plan your next 72 hours, don't forget to subscribe, please. The cards are already flipping. Okay, think of a yes or no question. I'm just trying to give it a good shuffle. Technically, whatever your question is, the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is a yes. Okay? I hope it helped. See you on Sunday. I have something special coming up. Take care. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked this cute eye. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? I really find him cute. I hope you find him cute too. Okay, this is of course my evil eye charm. First message, pretty obvious. Please make sure that you take out time in the next 72 hours and practice one of the protection magic spells, rituals, energy or vibrational videos that have been shared on the Instagram account of Tarot Pal. You can go to the Instagram account, you'll find smudging videos, you'll find protection spells for house, you'll find protection rituals for self, you'll find salt baths. Go do whichever one or all of them that call upon you, because you clearly need to clear away a lot of your energy. I'm also drawn to tell this pile who has picked the evil eye charm, include pink salt in your diet. Okay, it will be very good for you. So today we have the tarot, of course, for the next 72 hours. I am going to pull you a card from the Moonology deck. We have fortune cookies, and at the end we will look at a yes or no question. If the reading resonates or it helps, do not forget to subscribe. So, what's coming for you? Work, 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 work. Okay, the song literally just started. Okay, this was not intentional speech. This was unintentional speech. Sometimes that happens to me. I didn't intend to start singing, but I started singing because that's the first message that I got when I see your cards. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Many of you might have been drawn to pile 1 as well. In case you were or you weren't, you might have some messages for you there. Let me set this up. Wow, somebody is going to have a very, very busy next 72 hours. Okay, let's talk about it. What are you advised to do and what's coming in? Clearly, any of you who have been planning for an upskilling, for education course, for any sort of internship, go for it. You are being asked in the next 72 hours, come what may, do not get into a place wherein you do not have structure, wherein you do not have routine, where you're not working and you're in that lazy zone. Everything around this pile is about do not get lazy. Stick at your work, get your shit done. Do not procrastinate, because there's a lot of success possible if you do not lose out on momentum, if you do not lose out on continuing on the path that you're on, okay? I've also personally picked this one as well, by the way, so this is for me as well. I have a working weekend tomorrow for personal readings, of course. If you'd like to book a personal paid reading, I'll be happy to help you with it. Drop me an email, we'll be happy to connect. Any of you who has been planning the next 72 hours, this is a timeless reading whenever you come across it, to be laid back and chilled out, I ask you to charge ahead instead. With all your ideas, create a routine, start signing up for the things that you are planning to do, start having conversations with the people who can help you. Okay, because help is clearly around you. Strong masculine figures will come out to support you in your cause, in your ideas, at your workplace. Aries energy is very, very strong. I have the Virgo energy strong. I have Taurus, Capricorn. I have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Don't worry if I didn't say your sign. These are just energies at play. It's not the zodiac itself. Okay. Something from the past as an opportunity might also return, or you may be holding yourself back. There's a clear message for many of you. You're holding yourself back, your ideas back, and you're not able to focus because you're scared of some sort of a judgment. You know, how are people judging this work? How am I being seen by my lover? How are things going to go out? You know, what will happen as the next step is holding you back from taking the first step. And a very strong message for this pile. In the next 72 hours, guys, have the conversation that are pending. Do not keep things under the rug because you were not comfortable to have those conversations, and don't quit on anything that you haven't yet seen results in, because the results would start to show up. Do not also allow other people's opinions and judgments. Judgment and Emperor are heavily masculine energy, by the way. Do not allow the judgments of the society, the societal conditioning, what has always been tried and tested, to hold you back from charging ahead with a new idea, from innovating. Right? So if you have innovative ideas and if you have dominant personalities around you who keep shunning your innovative ideas away, don't listen to them. Don't even share your ideas with them then, right? Because you know nothing positive is going to be said from them. Yeah, so protect your ideas as well is a very strong message. Protect your work. Okay? People are jealous of the good work that you're doing, so protect your work. Okay, health is surely in your realm, that's for sure. With the Emperor showing up, Emperor is a very helpful energy as well. Emperor is an energy of benevolence as well. Okay, praying would be strongly recommended for you as well, which is why I'm saying you might have messages for you in pile 1, which you might have also been drawn to. I'm going to quickly read the fortune cookies for you. Perseverance, like I said, don't stop, don't stop. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Do not give up. That is your message. Whatever you're working on, no matter how disheartened you felt, continue, continue, continue. Okay, cleanse your energy, because maybe a lot of these disheartenment is coming because of the evil eye. Future, you may travel to or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, social fun awaits. The Knight of Swords is a guy who cannot be stopped. He's unstoppable, he's innovative, he's driven, he's passionate, he's ambitious, he's a smart talker. Okay, a very smart talker. That is your energy. Do not miss out on the next 72 hours for these blessings to be received. Your day is here, your judgment day is here, but if you back away now, that blessing goes to somebody else. Okay, so don't back off. Continue, continue, continue. Even if you do not see immediate results, your efforts are definitely being acknowledged by Spirit. I am going to now draw you guys. I hope these messages did help. Also, guys, spend some time. I mean, this is exact. I don't know why some messages become very repetitive. Spend some time in nature if you possibly can. Okay, and reach out to the experts of your field for sure. Okay, for guidance, for motivation, for any kind of a query that you might have, reaching out to seniors would be amazing for you. Okay. Even in your love life, by the way, an ex might return. Okay. Show the world the real you. Do not let judgments hold you back. Full moon in Aquarius, again, reminds me, please go and watch the full moon in Aquarius reading. Typically, I do not ask people to watch a full moon reading so late after the full moon has gone. But Leo season is different. Whenever the full moon happens before the Leo season, then comes the Leo new moon. And on the Leo new moon, this time it's also the 8-8, which is, I mean, typically that's usually the date that happens. which is a Lion's Gate portal. So the energies from the full moon in Aquarius, which happened I think on the 24th or the 25th of July, last weekend, are still very much active until August 8th. So you need to come out, own your power. Solar chakra meditation would be wonderful for you during the next 72 hours as well. I hope these messages have resonated. And now I want you to ask a yes or no question. I purposefully made them pretty, wow, too many cards fell, but I'm not taking this as a yes or no answer, but that's your double confirmation with an emperor, okay? Guys, structure, routine is very, very important. Making sure that you're having a balanced diet, taking care of your physical body is a very, very important message. And now I'm going to focus on your yes or no. So let's focus on yes or no. We'll take whatever falls. I want to give it a shuffle. 1 second, yeah? I feel drawn to give it a shuffle. If you haven't yet followed me on Instagram, do check it out because every day we're doing different stuff there than from YouTube. And I'm so far receiving pretty positive feedback. Okay, yes or no question. Okay, I'll take all that have fallen and we'll give you the answer. Okay, upright only. That's a no. That's a no. That's a yes. And that's also a no for me. I think it's a no. It's a maybe no. Okay, whatever you've asked, it's pretty much a no, but maybe it can happen. Okay, I hope that is what you were looking for. I hope this helped. If it helped, do subscribe. And thank you so much for spending your time again. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked this cute one-eared kitty. And here's my message for whoever picked this charm. Okay, this charm to me will always talk about, have you lost your inner joy, your inner child? She has 1 year and she's kitty. Right? Spend time with animals to restore that oxytocin level in your body. Okay? Do some charity work and give your inner child the activities that you love to do without a reason. Okay? These are not things that will perhaps get you money. These are perhaps also not things that maybe you think, you don't even think you're perhaps very good at these things. But do those things. Because that is what will keep a space for your inner child. And if we do not allow a space for our inner child, our creativity dies, our joy dies, positivity gets less. Okay, so make time for your inner child activities is a clear message for the next 72 hours. Okay, then we have, I had picked 3 piles. Tell me in comments below how many did you pick up. One of those 3 is this one. And I see why it says make time for your inner child, because I have no time. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Let me first give you guys a message. In case you're waiting for a commitment for somebody, and please apply this realistically. If that person hasn't maybe spoken to you, maybe that'll be a sudden surprise, and I don't see surprises written here anywhere. If you have been in a long-term relationship and you've been practically fighting and analyzing and convincing your families, maybe, or you're having family issues that your parents are not agreeing to get you together, those kind of issues will start to get resolved. Okay, you'll start seeing that positive shift happening, if not a complete resolution. There is a need for you guys, whoever's picked this pile, to take time to pay heed to those who are wise and elder to you. With the Hierophant and the King of Swords showing up, both of them are very wise people, very thought through. One is a traditionalist, one is not. But both of them have a lot of intelligence and wisdom that they want to share with you guys. Okay, for you, I want to switch this already. Okay, wow, society and this card showing up, communication. Okay, makes sense. Let's get into your messages. If you're waiting for someone's message, they might message you. That's possible. Next 72 hours. If they do come back and tell me. This could be an interview call. This could be a romantic message. This could be somebody you're in no contact with. Anybody whom you've been hoping that they message, that will show up for you. Any kind of a dogmatism that is keeping you stuck, please break out of it. Defend your value system. Hierophant has a very mixed energy. Okay, let's talk about this guy for a minute. Whenever Hierophant shows up, he talks about 2 things. One, learn from the traditional ways. Learn from the tried and tested ways. Remember that those before us were not foolish and they did know how to run the system. Right? So they were doing billions of things which were better than what we do. All of that and the chakras showing up here calls me to tell you, please do chakra meditation for at least the next 72 hours every day for 10 minutes. Okay? Next, while the ancient did know a lot, they didn't always keep space for flexibility for the black sheep, for people who are slightly cuckoo from the society, right? So if you have certain ideologies which do not match the traditional ecosystem of the families that you're in, I want you to listen to this reading and stand by your belief system. Do you see how this guy is ready to fight it all out alone? Any kind of a romantic battle that you're fighting, you will definitely win, because if you stand your ground, you hold yourself to the standards that you've held. In case this could also be a romantic battle, by the way. Maybe you are not a traditionalist and you don't want to get into a romantic, apply it as it fits, and you don't want to get into a traditional marriage system, and maybe you have different concepts around it, and maybe your partner is extremely traditionalist, and then there is a clash, right? Whatever your belief system is, I'm not asking to get into an ego battle, because again, these two guys are wise. They're not bickering, right? They will find a solution. But what they won't do is bow down to the, just for the sake of people pleasing, just for the sake of coming to harmony. Do not stop and back away from what you believe in and what your core value systems are. Because if you defend what you believe in, you may win. Okay, and nobody respects people who give up too easily on their belief system. Then did you even have a belief system, right? So ask yourself what your belief system is, and if you don't think there's anything wrong with it, if you don't think, okay, don't let the person influence you. Stand by your value system. Okay, careful though that you do not come across aggressive, but you come across as somebody who's thought through, who's wise, who's trying to solve it. There's this grandpa vibe that I'm getting from this pile. You have to be nurturing, giving, open, receptive, diplomatic, and tactful, and yet know how to stand your ground. Okay, that's your message. In the next 72 hours, be open, be receptive, be reciprocative towards others' ideas, and still subtly learn and know what it means to stand your ground without getting defensive, without getting aggressive, when you're able to listen and communicate effectively. A reunion could bring love, or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. Like I said, any kind of a no contact situation, you might hear from the person. If you're hopeful to reunite with an ex, that might happen. If you are hopeful for a commitment, that might happen. There are better things ahead. Okay, clearly the next 72 hours will ask you to think from your mind though. Stay grounded. That's one message. Don't get into that love cushion bubble pink and everything's going to be okay. Make sure that you are having that healthy, mature discussion in case you're coming back from a breakup and you're patching through what didn't work. How can we fix this? How do we go about it in the future? A lot of introspection and planning is needed. Okay. Society might have a lot of things that they want you to do and they do not want you to do. Do what your heart wants. New love, of course, could show up. This is always talking about reciprocation, okay? Healing, reciprocation. This could be even business partnerships, by the way. People only think this is not just romance. It could be any kind of a partnership, any kind of a reciprocation, which is emotionally healing. Any kind of a networking event that you're invited to, any kind of a puja, any kind of a festival, any kind of a ritual, any kind of a wedding function, do show up, especially if you're single, because you might find love there. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and a new love interest may show up. I want you to now, oops, forgot, we do not have your Moonology deck here. Let's see what Oracle wants to tell you. If you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing. If the reading resonated, every subscription does make a lot of difference for me. Okay, here we go. Do not let pride get in the way. I know why I've got this, I've picked this. Do let me know if you already understood why you've picked it for yourself. Because I picked this pile, the Evil Eye and the Pearl. And it's hilarious how even while talking through the cards, I kind of got clarity as to what I need to do in the next 72 hours. Don't differentiate between ego and pride, guys. Okay? Which is why I told you at the very beginning, dogmatism, people pleasing, ego battles, be careful of these things in the next 72 hours. Okay? If you've not yet watched the full moon in Aquarius reading, if you've not yet watched the August monthly reading, please do go watch it. You have the Leo showing up for you right here. The Leo full moon, which is on the 22nd, may be eventful for you. I would also recommend you to keep some sort of a jap, some sort of a puja if you possibly can on the August 22nd or around that. Check the date. I'm not too sure about the date right now. I've not checked the calendar. But yeah. Okay. Think of a yes or no question. That's out. Upright only. Let's see what your answer is. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys are definitely getting some sort of a communication. This again talks about communication. Someone is reaching out to you fast. Even if they don't show up in 72 hours, I'm very sure this pile has a very repetitive confirmative message. Somebody is going to come out and want to have a conversation with you. Perhaps somebody you've not had a great experience so far. So do not let pride get in the way. Take care. Thank you so much and wish you always a lot of love and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye.